Welcome to another episode of Oracle Over Tea. I am Moon Air, your spiritual coach and guide. So I welcome you to this reading, and let's see what the guides have to say for our upcoming month of May and what we will be experiencing with that frequency to come. So we are going to take our time with this. We're going to pull our 3 piles right now. So let me see what deck I'm getting. I keep wanting to go to this one. It's like a hot pink color. So let's see what 3 cards I'm drawn to. So this will be pile 1. Right there. Pile 2, there, and pile 3. All right, so those are our 3 piles. I'm just feeling the energy with these. They feel really good to me. I'm getting a lot of energy already for May, so I'm excited to see how this reading comes about and forms before our eyes. Let me do a little bit of sage. We do a lot of layering energy when it comes to these readings. So our first layer is obviously the cards. The next is white lights, maybe some herbs, and saging. We're just layering on the energy, so we set the intent of what we want the reading to look like for us. You may have a certain intent, but your guides are setting the tone and guiding within that intention and manifestation of what you'd like to hear. There's going to be some things you may not like to hear, but they're not here to, cater to your whim or your wants and desires. They want you to actually learn, so they're not going to hide things from you. So this is an open discussion that they want you to have an open heart about when it comes to this kind of communication. So let me get the sage ready. I used the sage in our last reading. It is a mixture of apple slices, cinnamon, white sage, and pine. These are all positive, summery energies, and I wanted to bring this uplifting, hopeful, compassionate energy to you within this reading. So we're just gonna do a little bit of saging. It's so funny, every time I go to try to sage this, my lighter sticks. But I gotta tell you, it smells so good. There we go. It just smells so delightful. The pine is just amazing. Now the fact that it's coming up gray and brown and black like that, the smoke, means it's trying to get rid of some kind of leftover energy from last month. That's immediately what I got, that it's trying to purify that energy. Like maybe a lot of you have gone through some things and your guides are trying to purify that energy to make you not see it as a negative, but more as a positive. Okay, see, it's kind of lightening up now that we're talking about it. It's not as dark. Still need a little bit of cleansing that. I like that it's lightening up. It means that it's getting through. A little bit of dark there still, but it's a lot lighter. We're getting into the lighter shades of gray, which is good. Okay. And I'm gonna clean up my area and put some crystals down for you guys, for those of you who love to pick crystals. All right, guys, here is your 3 piles. Pile 1 is the apophyllite. Pile 2 is the amethyst. And 3 is the petrified wood. So take your time, think it over, let your guides guide you to whatever pile jumps out at you. Just take a few seconds, breathe in, breathe out, let the energy be absorbed from whatever pile you're drawn to. And before we get into pile 1's reveal, I want to mention, and I keep forgetting to mention, about the Mooniverse membership. There's tons of members on there every day enjoying valuable knowledge and wisdom and entertainment, spiritual entertainment, that they're functionally doing something every day with the membership. Every day we do a pull a card reading. This gives you a time to journal and really go over your soul's understanding of what it needs to do for the day. Lots of cosmic knowledge. And I just recently started doing a crystal course. So you get 2 crystals you learn in depth throughout the month. And you also get the KFL meeting for free, which is a sit-down meeting of like an hour and a half with the KFL, Galactic Federation, which is where I'm from, Kalinia, and the GFL, the Galactic Federation of Planets. So every month you get that free, and that is broadcasted live. So you get a prediction reveal from them every month. You also get early releases and VIP correspondences with me one-on-one. So it's a lot of fun. We do a lot of great things, take a very spiritual one-on-one journey together. So if you're interested in that Patreon membership called the Mooniverse membership, you can click the link in the bio or comment section below. All right, let's move on in to pile 1. Welcome, pile 1. You had the apophyllite, and this is what your crystal looks like. Apophyllite loves pets. It actually helps them with their health. So if you stick apophyllite in your pet's stuffing of its bed, it will help with their health. If you can get it entumbled, you may be able to put it in their water. I'm not sure. I don't know if apophyllite is on my list of toxic drinks, but I'll leave it in the comments if it is. But I mainly put amethyst in Maxie's water bowl to keep him healthy, and he loves it. He drinks it right up with fresh, purified water. So that's your apophyllite. We're going to put that over to the side. And your main card is joy. Wow. That's like right off the bat, like, wow, your month may be just looking up for you. Okay. I just want to take a gander. I'm also getting sun energy. So if you have been sitting out in the sun or you've been drawn to sun symbols, there's a reason why. Okay. Let's put her off to the side. And we're going to pull some cards and see what energy. It's so funny. I want to go right to the sun. These are. I'm seeing a lot of yellow and orange around you. So you're definitely tapping into your solar plexus and your sacral, which is creating with your soul contract. So you're definitely getting into that creative vibration of really doing things in your life. I'm also seeing you kind of pulling toxic things out of your life, like garbage. I'm seeing garbage bags and Ziploc bags, organizational bins. I'm seeing a lot of this like sunny energy, almost like pulling down the curtains or washing the curtains or just taking things down that may have dampened your room or your sacred space or made it feel darkened. And I'm seeing a lot of lightning, maybe even fresh paint I might be seeing as well, in maybe the yellows and orange colors. And the pinks are coming out at me as well. I'm sorry, the pinks and purples. So, okay. Oh, you want me to go to this one? Okay. Okay, so soul family and soul contract or sacred contracts are identical. And I love how the symbol is identical as well. But this is basically them pointing out that this reading is consistent with your soul family on the other side, as well as in the living, that you had sacred contracts of learning with. So I'm going to put these here. There's that orange and yellow again. I do feel that you're coming into this masculine energy of protecting your sacred space. So you're not being so blasé about it anymore. You're actually taking a foothold in that learning and protecting your energy and who comes into it. I'm also seeing like this light blue, almost like a teal color. So I'm getting like water frequencies. You may have maybe put a fountain in your house or in your sacred space that's relaxing, or you may be around water, or you may be, actually this is pointing out at me, some of you may be taking a trip towards water. And this like meditative Buddha stance points out to me that you're feeling more peaceful, more at ease with your sacred space. I feel like you're getting rid of things to make it more sacred to you. You're doing a lot of organizing. A lot of cards. Let's see why they had me pull so many. Okay. If you think it, it will come, is what I just heard, like the Field of Dreams. If you make it, they will come. But it's more like if your mind excuse me, if your mind creates it, it will come. I'm seeing a lot of like wishful dreaming and wanting things. And I do feel that you're like manifesting it to appear. Okay, where's that going? Let's see. Oh, let's do this one. Okay, I think I'm getting a picture here. Okay, so you've been on this quest of spiritual expansion. I feel like there's two things going on. Either you're just getting into this spiritual expansion journey, or you've been in it for a while and you started getting bored with some things, and now you're getting into something new that's grabbing hold of your attention, and you have higher expectations because you don't want to get bored with it like you did before. And those of you who are coming into this quest, you're really taking action. But the one thing that they want to point out to both groups is discernment. This year is all about discernment. I feel like a lot of you are getting into like TikTok, a lot of these YouTube and TikTok videos. They're telling you to be very discerning of some of these videos because a lot of them aren't truthful, and they're misguiding you on your quest of redeeming that expansion. You want to grow, but they want you to grow in the right way. They don't want you overdoing it. I also am seeing people watching like DIYs for their houses, and you may have like these high expectations of being able to do those things, and you start taking action, but then you become very overwhelmed by how to do it like they did. They make it look so easy, don't they? So they're telling you, like, basically ask for help when you feel the need. They want you to go towards the DIYs because, I mean, they wouldn't have shown it to you in the first place. So they want you to do the DIY projects for your house because it's saving you a lot of money. But they also want you to be very discerning with how much you can handle with the DIYs. So they want you to take your time and make sure it's something you can handle. And if you can't, ask for help with somebody that may be in your life that could help you accomplish. And I feel like the more you learn as you go, the more you'll be able to do it on your own, and you'll be able to stand on your own feet with those projects. Okay, let's see where else they want to take me. I feel like I need to go towards these. These are junk. I'm using some decks that I haven't used in a long time, so I'm kind of excited about that. Yeah, they don't want you to be innocent in the ways of, I mean, it's so fun to like see something and go, oh, I could do that. I could do that. That looks pretty easy. And then you start getting into it and you're like, oh boy, what the hell did I get into? This is a lot bigger than what I thought. So yeah, they don't want you to be hard on yourself, especially when it comes to your spiritual expansion. They don't want you being hard on yourself. Like, they don't want you looking at crystals and videos and sages and go, okay, this is a lot, especially for you that are beginning this journey. They don't want you overwhelming yourself. Again, discerning, just little baby steps. Be gentle on yourself. It is a lot to take in, especially when you're starting something new. They want you to do it in baby steps, like step 1, step 2, step 3. Pick a topic that you really want to learn. So maybe, let's say, is it cards? So maybe getting into a card course that teaches you about cards, or going on YouTube and learning about cards and how they can benefit you. And maybe it's not cards, maybe it's crystals, or maybe it's sage. Start with that one topic and maybe look into doing a workshop or a course, or maybe looking at videos that hone in on just that one topic and nothing else. That's what they want you to kind of be gentle and take it slow. Especially if, I'm also seeing like projects at home, like maybe cleaning a sacred space that you've been putting off and putting off and putting off. And when I say sacred space, I mean like a bedroom, something that is yours, that you feel like really needs cleaned, but you feel overwhelmed. You don't feel like you're not going to be able to accomplish it. They just want you to every day just do something small, baby steps. Go in the room, maybe throw something out, just one thing. Once you start seeing that you're capable of doing that one thing, you'll start to notice that you're going to want to do more and more and more. And then all of a sudden, that sacred space is exactly how you want it to be. So they're telling you just have patience. Don't feel overwhelmed with these things, especially when starting something new or trying to adjust something that you've been putting off. Okay. I like these cards. Yeah, once you do these steps, you will definitely rebalance. You'll start to feel more sunny and light. I'm seeing a lot of joy. A lot of joy, a lot of just feeling so much better in your in your sacred space. When you're on these journeys, they don't want you to lose sight of your soul. This is like the message that's coming through. You are the light. You are the sun. You are this bright light. They don't want you losing sight of your soul and why it came here. So, okay, so your guides are saying, for example, you're cleaning your house, or you're cleaning a room in your house. They want you to listen to them while you're doing it. Like, I know a lot of you are just going to go in and clean. You're going to like hum bum and just clean and go around, but you're not going to like fully connect. They want you to fully connect while you're cleaning. Like, talk to them while you're cleaning, because it's almost making me feel like things will feel lighter and not as heavy as you're doing it, especially like if you're on this journey of figuring out where you need to go on your spiritual expansion. It's tapping into them, maybe playing meditative music while you're doing these things. Let's say you are getting into crystals and you found this really interesting book about crystals. Play some meditation music. Talk to them while you're learning about the crystals. Like, is this a crystal that I should be, tapping more into? Like, maybe while you're looking at the crystal book, a crystal pops out at you and you don't know why. So you're talking to them. And then the more you read, you discover that it's something that you need. They definitely want you to communicate with them more. Involve them in things that you're doing. Okay, I'm seeing this like bright light again. This soul light, this sunshine. Yeah, you're emerging into this sun in this bright light. I just did a video on dimensions and they're pointing out the dimensions to me. I feel like a lot of you are going from third dimension into fourth, and a lot of you are going from fourth dimension into fifth. And there's a lot of celebration because you are doing everything exactly how you're supposed to be doing it. They want you to start cutting cords to people and things that don't serve your highest benefit. 3 is a new beginning, a new transition, a new change, and the 8 is everything connected. This came up in the other reading as well. This 8 number is everything comes back around and it is all connected. Everything is connected. So let's say, for example, you keep coming into the same energy. Maybe it's the same kind of person with the same characteristics, and you can't stand these characteristics. Like, you can't figure out why you can't get away from this stuff. It just keeps showing up in your life because everything's connected and it's coming back around because you're forcing yourself not to learn it, but it's showing up in your life because you have to learn it, or it's just not going to go away. Okay? You have to take the time to be gentle with yourself, be patient, and have the gumption to actually face that learning, and everything will balance once you do, and you won't see that kind of energy showing up anymore. There's that 3 again. Understand that you're unique, that you don't have to be like everybody else, especially when it comes to spiritual expansion and learning. You don't have to be like everybody else. You don't have to learn about crystals. Maybe you want to learn about frequencies. Maybe you want to learn about Mother Earth and revelations. Like, how does revelations play in with Mother Earth when it comes to spirituality? Do they go hand in hand, or are they different? So it's like really diving deep into your own uniqueness. I was just watching this lady who teaches singing on YouTube, and she was talking about finding your own voice when it comes to singing. Like, a lot of people try to mimic the singer. I know I've done that in the past, but there's the frontal throat, there's the nasal, and then there's behind the throat, and they all correlate to your own singing voice. The spirits brought this up because it's almost like you have to find your own voice. The front, the back, and the middle. Like, it's all connected like the 8. Everything about you comes back around and connects to everything else, but it's a mapping. You are unique to that mapping. You are unique to that puzzle, okay? Oh my gosh, as I said, connected. Comes back to connectedness and unity, and you are a solution to that puzzle. You may not see that, but you're a solution to that puzzle, just like everybody else here. Okay, there's that 3 again. Okay, so asking them for help when you're feeling overwhelmed. This month is all about diving deep and emerging into a brighter light. There's a frequency happening within this month that's so important for you to emerge into. Let me go into these. There's 2 decks I want to go to. Actually, there's 3. that I want to go into with that emerging. Okay. Becoming the light, understanding what that means to you. Is there two? There's two. Okay. There's infinite possibilities to who you are, becoming whole in that light, in that infinity, that foreverness. This is exactly what's happening. You are awakening. You are becoming, you are definitely going into another dimension. I would go as far as telling you that you may be noticing a lot of like weird things happening, maybe glitches, TV's freezing, your phone's freezing, lights are, you know, going out, like, I wouldn't say popping, but like the light bulb no longer works around you. There's definitely this free and almost like an isolation, as if you don't want to text anybody, you don't want to call anybody, you just want to be isolated because you feel like you're being prepared. There's a definite preparedness happening for you because you know something's coming. And I've been getting a lot of information about Yellowstone when it comes to revelations. I feel like I need to do a video on. You're getting messages, you're getting dreams. There's that like brightness in the darkness. You're also connected to the number 4 as well. There's a frequency of 3 and a frequency of 4 within this month for you. Let's go to tarot. Let's see what tarot has to say. Okay, I want this one and this one. These two. Okay. Okay, dedication. There's definitely 4 different groups of you watching this. You all are vibrating in a specific portion of this reading, and you're all dedicated to your own agenda, your own purpose. A lot of you are making some plans, and a lot of you are, again, discerning deception and finding truth within your own voice, and you're ready to go to battle. A lot of you are going to battle. I'm also seeing with this card, waking up with bruises and aches and pains, and as if you haven't been sleeping. This is a month where you're going to actually emerge from that. You've come to an end of a battle, and the month of May is supposed to be a restful sleep for you, so you won't be waking up with as many bruises and aches and pains. A lot of you are becoming more stable within your energy. Let's put this here. Let me see. Okay, it's dry. I burnt my board, which wasn't fun for me. Okay, let's go to these. The newbies, the new beginners are emerging into a frequency as well. And a lot of you are starting this new path. There's a lot of new energy coming into May for you guys. Can you guys tell me anything about abundance? Let's see. Is there any kind of abundance we need to know? Oh, the top one. Okay. A lot of you guys are changing your looks. I feel like there's color coming into play. Like maybe you were blonde and you're going to red now, or maybe you're going into pink or purple maybe. I'm seeing like a lot of self-care and beauty. There's some of you getting into that. Now, some of you may not resonate with that, but there's some of you that may. Take away from the reading what resonates, because that's the message coming through for you. The other stuff I would just bypass. Okay, a lot of you are getting into nature. I'm seeing gardening, flowers, moon energy, going out and being under the moon and enjoying the moon. Okay. Is the I'm showing that these are the abundances, like gaining self-care and gaining nature-based frequency of relaxation. They want me to go. Some of you are tapping into gifts, so I want to see what gifts you're tapping into. So let's see. I want to go to this one. As we talked about nature and gardening, a lot of you are getting into herbs and making your own herbs for cooking. Self-reliance. This self-reliance is also a form of self-care because you're taking better care of yourself as opposed to a corporation or the government. You're taking better care of yourself and your family by going into these things. Okay, I want to go to this green one. What's this one? Okay, meditation. A lot of you are making a sacred space so that you can tap more into your own thoughts, calming yourself to journal, meditate. I'm seeing a lot of like incense and candles and just like sitting in your sacred space and just going, it just feels so good to be in here. And like drinking a hot cup of coffee or a cup of tea. And there's this meditation of connectedness. I would even say that you're even using this connection through flowers and plants as if you're communicating with them through what you're doing. There's that sun, guys. You are leveling up. This is a month you're leveling up. You are leveling up. Okay. Any last messages? Okay, this is another deck that I haven't used in a long time, and it's actually very brand new. My old version of this is pretty beat up because I used a lot when I first started getting into cards and communicating with cards. Even though I don't need the cards to communicate, I use them as a visual for my clients. There's that sun again, guys. Yeah, this is a leveling up this month. You are definitely leveling up in dimension and frequency. This is definitely a celebration. And connectedness. This reading is all about celebration, leveling up, becoming more spiritually aware of your energy and others' energy, and connectedness. Coming back to connectedness and connecting and cutting that connection to soul cords that don't belong in your soul family anymore. It's cutting them out. Okay. And any last messages with these? Give us a little bit. Okay. You guys are going to be so successful in this next month. I'm also seeing a lot of you working very hard towards a goal, and you're actually going to obtain it. Okay, this is going somewhere. This is them showing me a path with an older female or an older, wiser female. Somebody older coming into your life who's going to help you gain something that is going to lead to success. So whether this is like a client, a customer, your boss, maybe a new boss coming into play that sees you for what you're worth, or this is you being your own higher self, gaining that success. Okay, this is something else. I'm also getting an older female that is causing problems that you're going to successfully overcome. And within the month of October, that success will come into play. So you're actually, yeah, here it is. It comes back to money. You've hit a wall with your finances, but this intuitive connectedness to your guides, they're teaching you how to listen to them on what to do next, that will gain more abundance through money within the month of October. So that is, okay, I'm going to one of these. So that is the frequency I'm getting with that. Yeah, it's only temporary. They're telling you it's only temporary, that it's not going to last very long. It's just a learning, like it's a stuck learning lesson, because they're trying to teach you something specific. They're trying to teach you about greed. Don't be greedy. See it as a blessing as to what you have so far. And let me go to these ones. There's 2 piles of these. I can't hold both of them. They're too... Look how much this... I can't do that. Oh, something in here. What's this one? Okay, money and property through in here. You are definitely coming into some money. Something is coming with money. They're telling you to be prepared. It's news. It's the frequency you've been waiting for. The money that you've been waiting for is going to come through. They're telling you just to wait, and within the October time is when it's going to, like, the full completion of this is going to come fully within. Financial, guys, I keep pulling financial gain. They can't be more, I mean, look at all these cards, and almost every one of them is finance. Yeah, you've been waiting and you've been working hard and it's coming towards you. Okay. All right, guys. Okay, apparently one more message. Hold on. One last few cards, I guess. Okay, a lot of you are feeling more beautiful, more maybe sexual, and trusting more. You're allowing yourself to trust and be more open to those around you because you're feeling better about yourself. Some of you may not resonate with this, but I am definitely seeing the more beautiful you feel, the more you come out of your shell and you do things that you normally wouldn't do. There's that number 4. Again, one last one. Okay. So 2. Okay. It's an alchemy of energy that you're mixing. Those of you that are into the beauty part of this reading, they're telling you it's an alchemy. And those of you who are taking care of your sacred space, it's an alchemy of self-love, self-care, and you're actually doing the work to make yourself feel better within your sacred space and the sacred space of your own inner temple where your soul resides. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this reading. It was pretty amazing. I love this reading. Pal 1, you have some amazing energy coming up this month. So I would love to hear in the comments, like, how your month turned out. Let me know, like, by the end of the month, if any of this kind of showed up for you. But I'm excited to hear, you know, how your journeys are going and how they've went from last month, if you caught that Oracle over tea for April's prediction. But I wish you guys all the best of luck. I love you guys, and have fun with this month. Bye. Welcome, pile 2, to your reading. You chose the Amethyst Cruise. It's a very pure amethyst. It's actually one of my favorite pieces in my own personal collection. So this is from my sacred space coming into yours, full of love and healing for you. And those of you who are struggling with an addiction right now, this energy is coming at you to help you, whether that's be overeating, or maybe you keep going back to the wrong person in your life. And the fact that there is lattice shows great wisdom within this crystal, like a Lemurian almost. And those of you who maybe quit smoking or trying to exercise, it's a great crystal to work with. So I'm going to put that over there. Oh, those of you who are having trouble sleeping is also what I got. Your main card is Mother Mary. And this has to do with faith and creating something. The number 8 keeps coming up in my readings. I just did another video and the 8 keeps coming up. 8 just came up for pile 1. It's that completedness, but it also means connectedness and coming back around. Everything is connected. Okay? I'm seeing a lot of calming energy with this reading as well, just because amethyst itself is just so calming. Very loving, very calming, very healing. Okay, so let's see where the guides want us to go first. So I definitely want to go to these because they're the blue. Okay. I want to go to this one here. Oh. jumped on me. So somebody's excited on this reading to get some knowledge. Okay, let's see what they have to say. And I also want to go to these as well. Just shake off the old energy from the last reading a little bit. Okay, let's see what we got. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of you just constantly watching TV. And love is trying to come through the screen. But what I'm seeing is just a lot of just chaos. Like the things you're watching, whether it's news or just something that's dampening love frequency coming through. So it's something you're watching that isn't great. And they keep wanting to put books in front of you instead of a screen. They want you to get into more books than screening. Even like books on tape if you're not really into reading. But they're trying to level up your consciousness. That's, I think, what the energy is trying to create itself with this faith card. It's this faith, having more faith in your consciousness, in your higher self, than TV screens and what they say on the TV with their agendas. Okay. Let's see where that's going. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of fear with what you're watching or just confusion. They're basically saying just play it safe, don't watch. It's creating an energy that shouldn't be there. Okay. Okay, so I get this card now. It's making sense to me. They're basically saying if you do this, if you follow their instruction, their guidance, you will have greater achievement in your life. It's almost like whatever you're watching or intaking, it's dampening your consciousness and you're not getting to the achievement goal that you need to be at with your learning here. Yeah, it's creating like a puzzle. Whatever you're watching is like creating this confusion, this puzzle that you feel like you have to solve. You're losing your self-esteem. You're not believing in your highness. So you're in great deep thoughts with this confusion when they tell you you should be in great deep thoughts with us and listen to what we are trying to say, because whatever you learn here on earth is not going to be obtained to its full extent unless you listen to them on the guidance of discernment when you're intaking these things. I am seeing a lot of twos with you. And 222 is part of that new earth frequency, the chosen ones that are to be taken to the new earth frequency, whether that's physically or energetically. It will be based off how humanity takes on this frequency of learning, because things are so chaotic. So right now it's the ones that are chosen to go are part of the 222, and I see that with you here. Okay, they really want you to listen to them. It's almost like a lot of what you're experiencing, you're clouding it with what's coming in. I am seeing the more that you watch this stuff, you feel defeated. You're not bringing in a good energy. Okay, I'm also getting some that you may not also, like some of you may not resonate with this because you're not the one watching, but someone around you is watching this stuff and creating this energy. And it's whatever's coming through that frequency of noise, the background noise, is just very conflicting, very deceiving, and you wish that it would just stop. So a lot of you are going through that kind of understanding with that. Okay. Let's see where that celebration's going. Okay. They want you to get outside more, take a good book with you. I'm also seeing like this might be like a third eye vision, that they're going to show you things within this month that's going to really get you out of your shell. They want to take you out of this space of disruption and pull you into more of a connected community of friendships and honorable, trustworthy bondings, because you're so isolated in that energy that they're trying to pull you out into like nature, being outside, maybe going on a retreat. You may be going on a retreat and it's a big celebration. You're having fun. Your chariot awaits. They're telling me your chariot awaits. You're coming from the dark side of things into the light. They're definitely pulling you out of this muck and pulling you. See how the cards seem almost darkened and then they go to lights energy? It's this green and white frequency of color, which is very healing with purity. It's healing with purity is what that technically means. When white and green mix, it's healing and gaining abundance through purity. Okay, so let's put all these down here. Where do you want me to go next? This one? Okay. I love these cards. Okay. Regaining your power over the disruption. I need this one. Okay. Balancing your energy. Okay. And I know we say energy a lot here, but it's the only way to get that kind of message across. Being in nature is what I keep getting again. I feel like I'm repeating the same message. Like I hate when I have to repeat messages because the cards just don't want to go anywhere else, because it's almost like the message that you're watching isn't being absorbed. Okay, so I want to change gears because I don't like repeating myself when it comes to readings. So, okay, let's see what we can ask them. For the month of May, is there something important that they need to know besides coming out of their shell, coming out of isolation, getting into bonded relationships through outside means instead of inside? Is there something else they want that you want? Okay, so you are a starseed, so you don't come from Earth, which is probably why you isolate yourself so much. You don't feel comfortable being outside your own sacred zone. I am seeing like a lake or creek, and you don't necessarily have to be around anybody. Just they don't want you isolating yourself in a brick and mortar kind of area as like a house or a building, an apartment, condo. They want you to come outside, even if that means by yourself and isolating yourself out there, but at least your soul can breathe and connect. It's all about breathing and connecting within this reading. Yeah, it's going to open up a portal to them so that you can hear them better. Okay, what about the sun cards? Let's see what the sun cards have to say. Okay, this one's jumping out. I feel like the last 3 months you have been in a battle and you're trying to regain your strength, which is probably why you've isolated yourself and kind of surrounded yourself with this, like, all I hear is this noise, as if I can't make sense of what's being said. It's just a lot of noise facing your fear is what I keep hearing, which is part of your shadow, but it's almost like facing your fear and regaining that inner strength. You will transform with this new way of doing things, like bringing yourself out of isolation. You may not want to come out of isolation, but it's so vitally important right now that they really need you to come out of isolation. They want you to take action, do something, get off your butt. Power. This call to focus in on elements, on the elementals, fire, water, air, earth. Okay, those are the elementals that they want you to focus in on. Taking pride in your achievements in life, taking pride in yourself. Not being prideful, but being grateful. That's what I heard. Not being prideful, but being grateful for all the things that you've accomplished, that you're not defeated, you're just in a state of rest, but they don't want you resting at home. They want you to rest with them outside in nature. This is twice you got power. It's connecting to the elementals. See, water, fire, air, earth. Do you see? Water, fire, air, earth. That's crazy. They really want you to connect to the elementals of your soul and what it's doing here on earth. What are you learning here on earth? There's that water again. Water, rain, purifying, cleansing yourself from that isolation. I feel like you've really gone through the ringer with this isolation. They really want you to release it outside. Release this outside. Bring it to them outside. Okay, let me see these real quick. Okay, your guide itself. This is your guide coming forth. Okay, what's the message that they need to know? What do you want to say? You are beautiful. Your soul is beautiful, and they want you to allow others to see that beauty, that uniqueness that makes you you, and go out on grand adventures. So this is them telling you to come out. I'm not sure if the reason they're bringing this to your attention is because you just are being stubborn and don't want to come out of isolation. But it's almost like they're telling you it's time, like a butterfly coming out of a cocoon. Surrender yourself to the outside nature because it has a lot more to offer you than staying inside is what I'm getting. Yeah, you've gone through a resting period, and the resting period's done. They're telling you that's done now. And they're coming together with you. Oh my God, look, it's water, it's fire, it's air, it's earth. All the elements are coming together to help you. And it's like a big group of your spirit guides and your animal guides and your nature guides are coming into your mind, and they just said that they've been guiding you towards this path for a while. You're just not listening. You keep putting up a wall. You are the obstacle keeping yourself from connecting and feeling so much better about your life. This is a new beginning with them, and they're asking you, will you take this risk? Will you take this chance with us? And actually, when I said risk, they're like, no, it's not a risk. Will they take this chance with us? Let's see your gifts. I feel like your gifts are also on standby, as if you've put that away as well in isolation. Okay, you've gone through something rough. I'm getting like a breakup, a tearing apart, losing a loved one. I'm also getting that. I'm seeing a female with arthritis as well, who's showing evidence that she's around, showing that she is with you still. I'm also seeing a male with breathing issues. That's also coming through. Like they had breathing issues before they passed. And they're coming through and giving you messages in the mind. It's almost like you can almost hear them speaking to you, or almost sense that something that they'd say is popping in your head. Like, oh my God, that'd be something that they'd say. Oh my God, this is crazy. So these are cards, directly messages from them, from heaven. I don't know if you can get what I'm saying. That these cards, they made me pull from their own voice to you. I also heard a guy just say, I can't hear. So it's something with like maybe an to hear better. What are those devices you put in your ear to hear better? Oh, I just went blank on what it is. But there's a male coming forth showing that they may have not have been able to hear in one or both ears, that they're on the other side coming forth. There's a female saying, I'm coming to you as a ladybug and butterfly, that this is like a loving, red, powerful energy, almost like they would give you advice when they were living. It's so crazy. This red keeps popping out. That they're very fiery. No one messes with my family. Like, that's what I keep getting. And there's that red again. And Mother's Day is coming up, so I feel like this person is like all about like honor me even though I'm gone kind of energy. Like they expect that. It's so funny. Their energy is very fun. I think they were very sassy when they were alive. But they're extremely, every single one of these ones are very happy where they're at, and all they want you to do is be happy as well. Yeah, I'm seeing depression. I'm seeing a break. That you're in this background noise for a reason to distract you from releasing and pulling down your wall and regaining your power. And I understand now why the elements are coming in, because they're using elements to come through to you. Water, air, fire, anything to get your attention. And they will connect to you actually more if you're outside than you are inside. This person was pulled out of your life, but there's also a new person coming in. So they're giving you a heads up that someone new is coming into your life to kind of fulfill their energy. And present themselves in this way that that energy hasn't left your life. Okay, guys, that is what I'm getting for you guys. It was almost like I was repeating, but I don't think I was getting that I needed to pull in loved ones, because normally I don't pull in past loved ones in these kind of readings, but I feel like some of you have lost somebody near and dear to you, and they're coming forth to show you, I'm coming through this reading. I see what you're going through, and I want better for you. It's time to take action, come out of isolation, release, and pull your walls down, and come together in our little bonded group of love and surrender to nature and come outside, because we are kindred spirits. We are all around you. We are all connected, and we love you. So I love you, and I hope you feel better, and I hope that you take this message to heart and try to come out of your isolation and see how it goes. And let me know in the comments how your month of May works out for you with this message. Like, do you think that you will take them up on their offer and see where it takes you? Just take a chance and see what happens. And if you need me, you know where to find me. Love you guys. Bye. Hello and welcome, group 3, to your reading and reveal. You chose the petrified wood. This is a very sacred ancestral stone because it comes from an actual tree, a very, very ancient petrified tree. It's so beautiful. Isn't this a gorgeous stone? It's such a powerful energy as well. Very energetic, very manifesting, and contains great wisdom. So if you really want to tap into great wisdom and expand your knowledge, petrified wood is going to help you with that. And I also want to see where this reading goes with that kind of energy behind the reveal. Unconditional love, self-love, healing the heart, being open to healing the heart. Okay. All right, let's see where this reading goes. So let's go with purple. Since we're with pink, let's do purple and see where that goes. Oh, okay. All right. This is a deck I have not used in a very long time. It's brand new. The other version of this that I used to use is pretty beat up. Okay, I'm getting a lot of that petrified wood color coming through with that grounding, rooted energy. Okay, let me see where this goes, because I'm getting two paths. I'm getting like a depressed feeling of rooted in depression and not knowing what to do next. But I'm also getting this worry over finances, and they're telling you not to worry, leave it in their hands, because they're about to pull in something into your life that's going to alleviate that feeling. Definitely getting money. Abundance through love, and then abundance through money. There's two different things going on. There's a lot of pink going on. So that is this is definitely a love and self-love and non-worrisome. I'm surprised they didn't pick a mookaite for your crystal. Being more playful and understanding that life is what it is, and you just have to release things. But there's definitely an intention and intuitional message here of releasing that worry, to just have fun with your life. Don't worry about things, because everything's going to work out as they always do for you. I'm out. Your guide says always works out. So I'm getting that things may look bleak, but everything always seems to work out for you. Like, it just works out. And I'm seeing this great abundance through connectedness with them as well. Like, you're going to be getting a lot of messages in the next month from them to kind of help you along, so you're not worrying as much. I want this one. I feel like a lot of you don't feel like you're being loved or honored by someone in your life, and you almost feel like separated somehow from them. They're not listening to you, you're not communicating, and you're worrisome. Okay. Even though you're going through this, I do see that you're on the right path. I feel like within this month you're going to get some kind of news from the other side, maybe a message or a sign telling you that it's time to let go and release whatever this is that's holding you back or making you feel icky inside. Yeah, what did I just say? Holding you back. this is the last completion in this struggle. I feel like you're coming back into the light. You're going to regain your strength. You're going to see this situation for what it really is. And I feel like something's going to be revealed to you, whether this is money or love, but I'm getting more. There's something with love going on that you have been trying to find the answer. And I feel like this is the last quarter it's going to reveal itself to you, so that it no longer holds you back and you finally make that final decision to pull yourself into strength and out of the muck and the icky feelings that you've been put under. And that's the word they said. You've been put under this icky situation. Like it's somebody's like doing this with their thumb, holding you there. But again, you're also holding yourself there because you refuse to release it yourself. Okay. You know what? Let me go to these. I haven't used these in the other piles at all, but for some reason I want to go to this one. I just want to see. Okay, this one. So your higher self is already telling you what you're going to be doing. It's just a matter of time. Okay, and this is another thing. This is also, this is so funny because the last pile 2, past loved ones from heaven on the other side came through for messages for them, which I don't normally do with these. But they've been pulling through. I'm guessing the month of May is about connecting, and I'm getting a lot of mother, grandmother, aunts kind of energy. I'm also getting a breakup that you or they miss you or you miss them, and you either moved on or they moved on. And this is also a loved one coming through as well, that they moved on and you miss them. They're also coming through as well. There's a lot of love related relationship dynamics going on in this reading. Very dynamic. And the changes will come. They're telling you just have the patience to let those changes come, because things will be changed. And that this is a relationship of pride, that whoever this person is has narcissistic tendencies or prideful tendencies, that they're not communicating and they're not being very nice. So they're the ones kind of pulling apart. And because their needs aren't being met, their own personal holdbacks are holding them back from actually having a good dynamic with you. And this may also be somebody that's on the other side that said, you know, I'm sorry, I was the one that kept us apart due to my lack of being a loving person or a person that communicated, and they're almost coming through to apologize. This is like their way of apologizing, saying it wasn't you, it was actually me, based off of what I was learning, and that I didn't make the changes that I needed to make in order to make our relationship or our dynamic better. Okay. Let's see what else we get. There's a lot of different aspects to this reading. I feel like a lot of you picked number 3 as your pile, and they're trying to get a message to all of you as a collective by jumping around in these different dynamical relationships. Yeah, whoever this is, see, there's that 8 of coming back around, connectedness. This 8 pops up in every pile. And I just recently did a video reading Oracle over tea episode about which dimension you're in. And the 8s just kept coming up about connectedness, coming back around. then an energy that maybe you don't like learning from just keeps popping up in your life because it's coming back around, because it won't feel completed until you complete that lesson of learning. And I also feel this games is popping out at me, that whoever this person is playing games, or maybe if they're on the other side, they used to play games with you, that they thought it was a game to them. I do feel like this is a loved one coming through, and I feel like this is a man. I really do feel like this is a man, and then an older female. I don't want to say too old, like not in her 60s, but definitely has an older energy to her. But there's definitely a man, and I keep seeing smoking. So this person, I also see maybe possibly they were drinking. I also hear cabinets slamming, so maybe they were hot-tempered, couldn't keep their temper. And I feel like you've been feeling overwhelmed with what to do next with a relationship breakup or a correspondence with somebody through communication that isn't working. So you don't know what to do. There's so many dynamics to this reading. It's hard to keep up because the reading wants to go all kind of different ways, and I very rarely get readings like that. But they are, all these messages are here to show clarity. So yes, I'm seeing a lot of clarity with this reading, with all these different dynamical relationships and the dualities that they hold underneath the surface that you may not be seeing. They want you to embrace the truth with all this. Maybe you've been wondering these things, and now it's becoming clear to you through this reading, and I'm hoping that that's the case. They're basically saying no matter what happens with these dynamics, you will always find the learning in it all. That these things don't happen just to happen, that they're happening for a reason. To not feel overwhelmed, but see it as an experience of greatness for your soul to elevate, because you're here to learn. Earth is just a mirage. It is a game of strategy. It's a game of manipulating energy. Souls come here to learn how to manipulate energy. Like you put yourself in unworthiness, you won't gain through love, you won't gain through money. But if you manipulate that energy and you know that you deserve it, because that's what Earth is all about, is learning how to manipulate the energy here to your whim, to your desire, to what you want to experience. So if you want to experience unworthiness, that's what you're going to create, because you're manipulating the energy to do exactly what you're telling it to do. It is definitely a strong time for healing this month. It's all about regaining truth, releasing, finding clarity. That's what this whole reading is. And as well as understanding unconditional love, that we just take on a character when we come to Earth to learn from each other's character. We don't continue those characters when we cross over to the other side. It's like being in a play, and then you get to watch the play as it's done. Like you were in the play or you were in the movie, and now you get to go to the movie reveal and sit in the audience with everybody else and see the play or see the movie like actors do when they go on the red carpet of the movie that they just did. There's the abundance again that's coming out twice. Actually, it's coming out a couple times. Well, this top one just tried to... There's action again. Did you get action before? Let's see. I thought you got action. Maybe not. Maybe that was the last reading. There's abundance right there. There's abundance right there. Financial change coming. and messages from the other side. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of dynamic coming up. Oh my gosh, look. I think some of you are about to get some feather signs, or you recently just did. And it's from the one that is connecting to you through this reading. They're showing themselves to you once more, that this is me. Don't dismiss it. It is me. Okay, let me... As I was about to shuffle the card on the back, I was like, whoa. I feel like this is so important because of the hot pink, it's connecting. That whoever this is on the other side wants you to forgive them. Whoever hurt you, their higher soul wants you to forgive them. Your higher soul wants you to forgive it. That to me is so impactful, that message of forgiveness. That, again, we come here as a board game strategy learning, and we don't hold those characters when we cross over. We go back to our higher selves. I feel like a lot of you have lacked in self-confidence due to a lot of this, and they want you to rise up like a phoenix. See the colors are very grounding and rebirth, rejuvenating, hopefulness for your higher self and learning and believing in yourself and coming back around to who you were before all this happened. But sometimes it's hard to go back to something when you've been through so much. And balancing the learning with the negative and the positive. I would even go as far as to tell you to write a letter to whoever this is, whether they're on the other side or still living, and tell them how you really feel. And then burn the letter. Do a sacred celebration. Burn the letter, do some sage, do some incense, do some meditative music, and make it sacred to you, that you're releasing it as it goes up into ash, that you're allowing your spirit team in heaven to use that energy for something better, instead of you holding it on and constantly bringing that negative energy into your life. Is there any last messages for group 3? Oh, this one here jumped out at me. Again, money and love. I feel like this isn't the only love coming into your life. This isn't the only frequency of a past loved one coming into your life, where one leaves, a new one comes in, or a new one shows up. A journey is coming to you, a journey of physical or mental. So this has definitely been a mental, yeah. A lot of you are still in that depressed stage of not knowing what to do. You're in your thoughts. I would suggest doing a moot kite though. It'll help you. Something is lacking in your life: money, love, goals, purpose. And they're telling you that it's all here. The clarity, especially when it comes to your purpose, if you're not sure about what to do with your purpose, it's going to reveal itself. You just have to give it time. They'll show it to you in baby steps and breadcrumbs. Things will not always be this way. The change is coming. I'm definitely seeing a change coming. Spirit, can you tell me a date or time, maybe? Oh, September. There you go. I don't know why I want to go to this green one. This one. Oh my god. I'm just curious. I want to see what the other green one was. Let's see. Oh. Okay. So there's that. So either this is a marriage that broke up and a love broke up, or they're showing, I'm getting like actually a positive twist on this right around September. A loving frequency comes in and is a forever or a long-term frequency of love coming in for those of you who lost love and those of you who lost love on the other side. There's a new frequency coming in for you. Slowly but surely, it's coming. All right, guys, that's it. That's the message that I got for you. I hope you guys have a wonderful month and use this energy to your advantage. They're giving you this message, and show forgiveness to yourself. Believe in yourself that a lot of this rough and tough stuff happens on purpose in order to help your soul gain insight and grow and expand in its learning. But let me know in the comments, you know, did you watch the April reveal, the April predictions? You know, how did your April turn out after watching that? And I'd love to see how your May turns out in the comments. I love hearing and watching what you guys have to say about all that. So I love you guys. Self-love to you, self-care, and I'll see you on the next Oracle Over Tea. Thank you guys for watching. I hope your piles were amazing and you gained some insight. One was so powerful. Pile 2, it started out slow, but then there was a powerful message at the end that you don't want to miss. And pile 3 was just so dynamic. There were so many different aspects going on, different paths, different dynamics. I can't believe how these piles went. I hope you guys gain some insight and clarity from each one of them, and I hope your month of May goes blissfully happy and you get everything that you desire and your purpose is being fulfilled and you are going on the way that you're supposed to go to gain your higher self's knowledge and learning as you go along on your journeys. And I hope that I was able to help bring that guidance to you guys today, and I hope to see you guys on the next Oracle Over Tea. I really enjoy doing these every month for you guys. Let me know in the comments how your month of May went. If you watched the April predictions, let me know how that month went. Go to that video and let me know in the comments like what you thought of that video. And don't forget, I have a video. If you missed it or you are gonna go watch it, it's the which dimension are you in? Are you in this dimension, or this dimension? Whatever dimension you're in, it's going to be very insightful and powerful for you to watch and gain insight on what to do next to gain that level up. Are you going to level up as a soul learning here on Earth? So I hope to see you guys on the next Oracle Over Tea. I missed you guys so much. I hate doing these once a month, but it's been so crazy writing my book, and the shop just had its grand reopening after the flood, so lots of busy stuff happening, but you will see me more often now that the shop is open and I have more time on my hands to do these things. So I wish you guys all the best of luck, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Love you.